Right, good morning everyone. Now I've got the glue gun on. I haven't been around for a couple of days. I've had some family things to sort out, and my daughter was over, our daughter should I say, Sadie, and I wanted to spend time with her, and there's just things to do, and I need to sort myself out, plus trying to find new things for the shop and that. If you can, run along to the shop, because, well, why not? You know, at the end of the day, we sell fabric, laces, braids, trims, jewellery, bling stuff. We've just about got everything you can think of for crafting with, and we do have extremely low prices. There's quite a bit on sale at the moment, and the fact that it's all top quality and you get a good quantity for the price you're paying, because I always look after my customers. So if you haven't been, and then if you have been before but you've not been for a while, please check us out. We've got some awesome deals on. Now what I'm going to do is, I found this, I'm going to make another flower. It's another silk, it's chiffon, not silk, sorry, another chiffon scarf, and I don't want to waste it. I don't use it, so I'm going to cut it up. Yes, I'm going to cut it up. I know people go, oh no, but I'm going to cut it up. Yeah, it's just been a bit hectic for the last few days, plus I took a couple of days off for myself. You know, I work extremely hard for you lot, and I decided to take a few days off. Now what I'm going to do with this is cut some circles. At the moment I'm just going to pop that on there. Let's just make sure this is level-ish. Yeah. I'm going to do some larger circles to start with, and then I'm going to start making them a little bit smaller. So now I'll cut some smaller ones. There'll be smaller ones cut from squares, obviously. Okay, so then we want that size, and you don't have to do individual. I just don't want to cut my mat. You don't have to do individual circles. You can mix your circles with lengths. I might just do that in this case. We'll see. Okay, so let's sort this out. See, it's not even straight. Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do with this one is to cut this in half. Yeah, we'll do that. Again, cut this one in half, and this one as well. These are going to be cut into circles. You only have to roughly do them. You don't have to be perfect at all. I've shown you that before. It's not even quite a circle, but that's fine. Like that. Charity shops do these, you know. They do really nice ones actually. You can pick up some really nice scarves, sometimes 50p, sometimes a couple of quid, but at least you can get this sort of scarf from there I was out in some charity shops recently, and I managed to pick a few bits and pieces up. Oh, I've also got some jewellery I'm going to share with you. So I'll do that next before I do this. Because I don't follow any rules, I follow my rules. And if I want to break off and do something else, that's what I'm going to do. And besides, it makes it a little bit different. I'll be back in a minute. I managed to get a few bits and pieces. Now, I found these, and they were £1 each. Now, when I find something in the charity shops or car boots, we don't add anything onto it. If we do, it's probably 50p to cover postage, packaging and whatever. But for these sort of things, we don't. But I picked them up because they're flower, the wooden pieces. So you've your hexagon there and you've got the flower. But they are actually beads. And for £1, you can't go wrong. So I thought, you know what, I'll pick them up. Somebody might want them and make use of them. I managed to find these. The only problem with these was they are really nice beads. No, nothing wrong with it. Beads, buttons. Nothing wrong with them, and some are quite vintage. You know, they're great. I mean, I love these sort of buttons. That's an old one. Where did it go? But these are great for your, you know, your projects and that. That's a metal one with an old pearl. And you've got that style. And they come great, they come in handy great for just adding to a project. There's the mother of pearl one there. And there's metal ones, brass ones. But they are getting expensive in the charity shops. And that bag cost me £1.50, so I do have to sell it for the same price, unfortunately. But it's worth it because of what you're getting in it. So you've got those, like I say, some of them are really nice patterns to them. You put them in your flower centres. I did manage to find some, I bought Ray and I these for when we go away, you know, when we do our little day trips or 2 or 3 days. Because we've got a table that we sit at and we can play dominoes. We both like dominoes. So I found this one and it's just beautiful. And you can either keep it as is or whatever you want to do with it. All right? It's beautiful. So there's that one. Then I found this bracelet. And these pearls are gorgeous, I have to say. They're really, really pretty pearls. So you can either keep it as is, rethread it, or you can cut that off and make them with stick pins or whatever you want to make with them. Earrings. Just gorgeous pearls. Then I found this one, which you're getting your genuine gemstones, amethyst, pink quartz, and then these are like a citrine. But they are beautiful. And if you don't want any of the others, but you keep your beads for your stick pins and you keep your hearts, it's well worth what we paid for it. Then I found this one, which is, again, acrylic beads, but they are gorgeous. Just beautiful, beautiful pearls. Then this one, which is a long one. It's tied in a knot. You can undo it. It's like a bow at the bottom. So you can undo that. Look at them. They're just gorgeous. They'd make a nice pair of long earrings. Don't know about anything else. But, you know, add them to your projects and whatnot. And then I found this one and I just thought that is just so, so beautiful. So it's clusters of pearls. Some with bead caps. And then your diamante bits in between. Alright? But you can take all of that apart. I mean, you could dismantle that from there. And there, and just have a little cluster, and you can make them into earrings or whatever you wanted. Just really, really nice things. So that's what I got from the not the the charity shops. They'll be on the shop. If you're interested in them, go and get them now. So stop what you're doing and go and grab them, otherwise somebody else will do that. And I'm not adding anything onto them. I'm only selling them for what we bought them for. I do have one of these to finish because I'd forgotten to put the loopy bit in, but I might put a pearl in there, a big pearl in there, we'll see. And then back to the flower. So we're all ready. So I've got this lot here. So what I need now is my needle and thread. Now, when I've done 1 or 2 of these, then I'm going to come back when I finish doing this because it takes time. like I say, we're just making little petal things. Like that. That's all you do. I'm not going to pull it too tight, and then I'm just going to sew that. So I'd put a couple of tacking stitches in there. Snip it, and that's a petal. So that's what I'm going to do with these. But with this, all I'm going to do with this is to fold it in half and just do a running stitch. All the way across. I just need to cut that straight. Now, I don't want to have it too tight, but I need it tight enough to work with. So that'll do. I mean, these make absolutely fantastic flowers. But I'm just sharing with you that you don't need to do them all at the same, like all in a circle. You just don't. You can mix the two together wherever you feel you need to do it. So I'm going to come back when I've done these. Right, I've managed to get this lot done. So I've got some longer ones as well as some petals. Now we need to start with a single petal, and I'm going to choose like the smallest one. Do I want the smallest one? I'm going to do the darkest one, that one, for the centre. And all I'm doing is I'm going to fold that over and fold that over again. And then what you do is you just have to put a bob of glue on, a dot of glue, and then just fold that in. Like that. So you've got immediately a petal. Now, if I wanted to, I could now add some green leaves to that and leave that as a bud and put a bit of cording in. But I'm not going to do that because we're going to build on that. So I'm just going to go for these multicoloured ones. I want them mixed. So I'm going to put a light one next. And all you do is attach that to where the gap is. Like that. Now we are going to burnish these down, so I'm not fussed about them at all. I just need to get some more glue. There we go. Right, let's just get that in there. So, there we go. And again, like I tell you, where you've got two joins, just add that there, like that. See, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful, just on its own? You need to squeeze them in though. You might get a little bit messed up. You need to squeeze them in. Like that. They'll all come together eventually. I'm going to use a darker one now. And again, I've got the two colours here. we're just going to pop that in the middle like that. And squeeze. You have to squeeze it in because you don't want your rose to be massive. Ooh, pretty. So I'm just going to put one here. And I'm going to use a light one this time. Spread them out a little bit. And then to that, we're just going to add the light one. Like that. You might need your finger puppet things on. Not finger. Oh, look, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Just on its own. That's really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of these in. Now, pull them all back so you've got a line. It is difficult, but just be patient. Try and do it. Like that. Sorry. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start and wrap that around like that. And just fasten that in tight. See? Oh, it's just beautiful. We're going to put that one there. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to put that one there. Take the lighter one. Add this here. So I can just start popping them on now. And if I need more, I can cut more. I'm going to put this darker one here. Move that around. I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to get my finger dobber because I just burnt myself doing that. Like that. And I'm going to put this one in here. And we'll see where we go from there. Now before I do that, just going to take my lighter, burnish all the ends, melt that down as it should be. Oh, just look at that for the rose. Isn't that beautiful? Now I don't like this, so, and I didn't cut it off where I would normally do that. So all you do, slice that off, take your lighter and you burnish it down. Now I'm going to leave this so you can see what happens. These are folded, remember. I haven't done anything else with them, but I'm going to take my lighter and we're just going to burnish them down. And it melts the fabric. You do have to be careful you don't burn yourself, but it crinkles it. And look at that flower now. It's coming into its own. See? Just comes into its own. Like they all do. You can move that about. Now, I don't want too big. So what I'm going to do is cut it, and just trim that down. It won't make the slightest bit of difference. Apart from, it'll make it nicer of course, but it won't make any difference to the fabric. And then you just burnish that in place where you've just cut them off. Like that. And that has now just become a beautiful rose. Now, I don't like those two sticking up. So all I'm going to do is just cut them and cut a V in them. Just cut a V. By cutting a V, you're making it look like there's more than one petal. And then you just burnish them sections. So I'm going to do the same with the other two as well and open this rose middle up. This is the best thing about this chiffon. You can shape it however you want it to be. Just do that. And I've opened that up. And I'm going to actually just split that and put a little nick in it. And then we can melt that section down. That's it. That's better. That's done what I want it to do. And do you know what? I don't need that. It's sticking out. I don't like it. I'm going to cut the middle of that off. Open that up. And then, oh, that's it. Perfect. And I am quite happy with that. Isn't that gorgeous? Right, so I'm going to make one of these leaves. They're not hard to do. And I'll just share that with you. I'll finish this one off. Like that. So I'm just going to do another one. Just cut a chunk. Fold it in half. Cut your shape. Just do that. Take them bits out. While it's bent in half, just shape it. Like that. And then we just burnish the ends like that. And then all you have to do is to, I might have enough just to put them together. A little bit of black thread here. So I'm going to go halfway across, like that. Pick the other one up. Put that one halfway across as well underneath. And then go right across. We just need them like that. Burnish the ends. I'm going to sit those, place them where I want them, just there, fine by me. Put it across, just so that it sits on there nicely, like that. Turn it over. Then we need a little bit of felt. I'm just going to use this one. It doesn't matter what colour, no one's going to see it. Right, I do have these from last week when I was doing that flower, and I didn't want to waste them, so what I'm going to do is just to make a flower out of them. And I'm just going to add 3 of those, and that's really pretty. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to snip this down. And snip that off actually. That's it, that's brought that in a little bit, and I'm going to do the same with this one as well. Cut it right down. That's it. Yeah, I like that. No, I like that. I'm not doing any more to it. No need. To make the backing, just cut the corners off rounded and you get a nice big circle, sort of. And then if I wanted to add a pin to it, I could. That's just to secure that, that's all. And secure the whole flower. And that is a beautiful rose. Don't you think? Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now, and please, please drop by the shop. You know, without your support we can't keep this going. So if you want to keep seeing videos like this, pop onto the shop, because the profit's made from that, which is not a lot, which people think it is. It's not. And we put them and we plough it back into the shop so that we can buy more things for you that you can't get anywhere else, like what we sell, quality, quantity and all of that. Or we buy more materials to be able to craft with and keep these videos coming. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.